Payment breach. Oh no. Alright. Watch this. Infernal Grasp right now. Yes! Yes! Oh my gosh, I did it! Oh, I called it! Oh, I called it! Oh! Watch this. Default trickery off the top. No! 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 What? Excuse me! Excuse me! No! 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 Oh my god! No way! Oh my god, no way! You have to be kidding me! Oh my god. What in the world? Shaman. I mean, it lets them, like... I'm just gonna plus. Graveyard Trespasser? I needed that. Oh well, there's 3 more in the deck. They top deck Grease Fang, then sure, they got me. Why does this always happen to me? What is going on? Holy crap, dude! What is going on? I'm dead on board. They just attacked me. Oh my god. What's wrong with this game? The second time in like 4 matches. Crap, how do I win now?
Ooh, what's up, Jamers? How is it going today? Get some music playing. Who's first in chat today? GRIXIS TV was first in chat, and how can I say I'm surprised? I am not surprised at all. Where is our music? Hello, can you just play, please? Don't make me refresh you. Do not make me refresh. Hello, Snap. What's up, Christmas? What's up, GRIXIS? What's up, Fire Cyclop? Hello, music? Thank you. What's up, Snap? I already said that. Justin? What's up, Justin? Sengir Le Baron Noir. How was my French? We're going to play GRIXIS Iconoclast today. We're going to play this bad mamma jamma. Somewhat limited resources. What I assume to use my wildcards are getting all the missing dual pain lands for the collection. I have Jund Reanimator built now. I would say yes, because you're going to use them for a long time. You're fine. 9:16 p.m. here in France. I can enjoy weekend. You can now enjoy the weekend. Let's go! Friday night, 9:16 p.m. Starting off with the One James stream. Suit Up is going to be a GRIXIS ride, which means we're going to lose a lot. We're going to try to win with Mechanized Warfare today. Maybe a little Chandra Dress to Kill action. Hold on one sec, chat. Un segundo. All right, on a scale of 1 to our opponents are doomed, okay, do you think this deck is? On a scale of this is a dumpster fire to our opponents are doomed broke the meta, what is the rating of this deck? Once again, on a scale of complete and utter dumpster fire to our opponents are doomed, we broke the meta, how good is this deck? I like watching your stream. It helps me to improve both English and Magic. There we go. I mean, I don't really speak good English, but hey, I try. English is my first language, and I'm still not good at it. What does that say about me? All right, everything is good to go. Let's go ahead and play the deck. I might cut the stream off a little bit short because I don't know if I want to play at Cool Stuff for a Pioneer tournament. But I do need to go to Cool Stuff anyway, so I need to go to the tournament, so that makes up my mind. I did a giveaway for our podcast for celebrating 10 episodes, and also the new set coming out of Brothers War that was coming out when I did the giveaway. There's a giveaway for a complete box set booster for Brothers War. If you want to get in on the giveaway, type in, well, you can go to @nutsandboltspod on Twitter, enter the giveaway, or type an exclamation point podcast in the chat just to check the podcast out if you want to. We talk about Standard and Pioneer on the podcast. Now I have a question. What happens when you don't have a lot of rare or mythic cards in MTG Arena or new set? What's a good deck build? If you don't have a lot, I would say a good deck to build is probably mono red or mono blue. Mono white has a lot of rares in it, but mono red has a little bit less rares, even though it does have rares in it. Like, usually mono red or mono white or mono blue wouldn't have a lot of rares, but it does for some reason in today's standard. But mono blue, I think, is the least amount of rares among all of them. If you don't know of all the cards yet in the set and you want to hear about all the significant cards, you can listen to the podcast where we have part 1 and part 2 in 2 separate episodes encompassing all of the rares and mythics of the set. So if you really want to know about what's good, what's bad, what our opinions are, listen to me, Airball, and Michael Kritz talk about the new set on the podcast. And Omnia Tenchi, thank you so much for the resub. For 1 month at tier 1, thank you very much for the 2 months. Appreciate having you around. All right, let's go ahead and get started with the deck, and we'll see if we can run over our opponent's faces. Even elves deck, you wish they had more elves in the Brothers War. They do have some really good elves, though. I think there are a couple good ones. The real question is, do we need more Go for the Throats? I don't know. Maybe Voltage Surge is just good enough. Omnia Tenchi with the 100 bits. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's a lot of bits. All right. What's up, Jamers? It's the One Jame, and today we are playing GRIXIS Iconoclast Pyromancer. I say Pyromancer because Iconoclast is like a young Pyromancer of Standard. Third Path Iconoclast is the card we're talking about. It's a 2-mana 2/1 Is It Human Monk. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 colorless soldier artifact creature token. The fact that it's an artifact helps us deck a lot because we can sacrifice them to Voltage Surge to deal 4 damage. We can sacrifice them to Onicult Anvil. We can also tap them with Saheeli Filigree Master to draw a card for the +1 because you have to tap an untapped artifact, so it works with that as well. And also, Mechanized Warfare says that a red or artifact source you control would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent your opponent controls. It deals that much damage +1 instead. So we are utilizing a lot of cards from Brothers War. We're utilizing a Experimental Synthesizer as well as an artifact synergy with Onicult Anvil. We have Go for the Throat, which is a new removal spell out of Brothers War. We have Reckoner's Bargain, which is a really good card. It's the same exact card as a card you might be used to in a deck like this. I forgot the name off the top of my head, but it sacrifices an artifact or creature, and you draw 2 cards and make a treasure token. This is the same exact thing, but instead of making a treasure token, you gain life, which is a little bit worse, but it's still drawing 2 cards. We also have Fable of the Mirror Breaker, of course, and finishing off with a little bit of a Chandra Dress to Kill action, because it is a red card, so it works with Mechanized Warfare, and also Jaya, Fiery Negotiator, which makes 1/1 prowess tokens and also gets some card advantage for us and helps kill our opponent's creatures. Anyways, hopefully you're in for the GRIXIS action, splashing Third Path Iconoclast and Saheeli Filigree Master. Subscribe to the channel if you do want to see more videos like this. And it all starts right now. What's up, Nuno? You love the Jeskai Portal deck you made and really am thinking about crafting it for fun. Is it just best of 1 worthy, or have you thought about a sideboard? I have not thought about a sideboard, but if I did think about one, it would have a lot of counter spells in the sideboard because there's no counter spells in the main deck. There's a couple Jeskai deck I made. We made this over the top deck. We also made this Omniscience at Home deck. And if you haven't seen this list, it's on my YouTube channel, and it's also on the CoolStuffInc.com YouTube channel. Also, since we have Nuno here, everyone say hi, Nuno. Best mod in the universe, in the multiverse, actually. Let's go ahead and go over the sponsors of the stream before we do anything else. Number 1 is Ultra Pro, the standard and safe storage. Get their stuff. Also, 5% off of Alter Sleeves by using code DGEN at checkout. 5% off of CoolStuffInc.com by using code James5 at checkout. Literally anything in the store. Cards, sleeve, deck boxes, new Brothers War set, and more. TCG Showdown to battle against your friends for money. Untap.gg to get the best deck tracker and meta stats that Magic has to offer. Beef up your MTG Arena account by using mtgcodes.com. Use code DGEN to support DGEN Gaming for 10% off. And also use code James5 at Rogue Energy if you like energy drinks as much as I do for 20% off. All right, now that we have that out of the way, let's go ahead and start with our games. GRIXIS, let's go. By the way, if you haven't said hi to Nuno yet, you are doing it wrong. You should be saying hi to Nuno at every available moment of the day. Which is right now. Yes, right now. All right, Hopeful Initiate. You know what I kind of want to do? I kind of want to use this Go for the Throat, but I kind of want to wait till Third Path Iconoclast is on the battlefield. But they could have a Brutal Cathar which is very annoying, and shall I say brutal. They could also have a Thalia on turn 2, which is also, shall I say, brutal. So what do we do here? It's the first turn of the game, I still don't even know what I'm doing. I think we should go do this for black, even though it doesn't cast Third Path Iconoclast, unfortunately. Because we are against the aggro deck. That's a Guardian Nude Banana, which doesn't get Go for the Throat. We have Reckoner's Bargain. We should do this, and then we should go for the throat. That is a wedding announcement. Opponent going nuts. We're going to go for the Throat the Hopeful Initiate so it doesn't grow. You're going to get an attack on Guardian Nude Banana and make a new 1/1. What's my best draw here? I don't know. I guess I could just cast Fable. Another Third Path. We have a couple options here. We can go Fable. I think I'm just going to go Fable. It gives us the most mana next turn if they don't deal with our 2/2. Plus, the 2/2 can block the 1/1 pretty easily. They might use the Guardian to enlist anyway if they can't attack through my 2/2 regardless, so they might just have to take 3 damage to the face. Unless they have Brutal Cathar, which would be super, shall I say, brutal. Yeah, bad jokes are bad. Alright. Opponent's name is Enry the Eighth, which is pretty cool. That's a Lay Down Arms. Oh my goodness, that's even worse than a Brutal Cathar. I would rather them have Brutal Cathar, actually. Lay Down Arms in mono white seems pretty freaking good. I gain 3 life, but it kills like almost anything, right? Sorcery speed? That's scary. Exile target creature with mana value less than or equal to the number of planes you control. It's always... Wow, that was actually really good. Okay, so I guess I need to just draw... What am I discarding? I'll discard Jaya, and then we'll discard, like, maybe a Reckoner's Bargain. We need to draw more removal spells. We also kind of need to draw just a sling of... Just like maybe a land or 2. Yotin Frontliner, that's a soldier. Whenever it attacks, another attacking creature gets +1/+1. Another target creature does. That's another Iconoclast. I am going to discard Bargain plus Negotiator and see if we can string a bunch of Third Path Iconoclasts together. That is not a land. Well, that is really bad. I guess we're going to cast this and play our land and pass. And then take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. 6 damage because they have Frontliner. We're going to go to 10 life at the very least. And hopefully they don't have another Laydown Arms. We're going to go to 10 life. They're going to draw a card off Wedding Announcement. They might get a Scry 2. Not looking too hot for the home team. Oh my goodness, we're going to take a lot more than that. I can't block. I can't block or else I lose, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage. So we're going to go to 6 instead. Opponent has an Intrepid Adversary, which is probably the best draw possible. Opponent should just attack all. If all the opponent does is enlist, wow, it's so good for me. Whoa, I cannot believe that just happened. Like, sure, I get to block Third Path Iconoclast to the OT and Frontliner, but I still take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage going to 9. Alright, going to 11. Let's see if I can build a wide enough board state. That's a go for the throat. It's not necessarily the worst. The best thing possible would be to go Third Path Iconoclast and then cast Experimental Synthesizer, getting exactly an untapped land off the top. But do we need to do that to win? Probably. We could go third path Iconoclast plus hold up, go for the throat, guaranteed for the Intrepid Adversary, which I think I like better than like taking the luck route. And I think I'm going to kill the Intrepid Adversary before they attack, because they could do like a scared attack like they did before, like they didn't want to attack, really. Because my goal is to have them just not attack, or just attack with the Guardian of New Benalia like they did last time. Hopefully they don't have another Intrepid Adversary. And hopefully they don't have a laydown arms. If we can get past these next couple turns, we have a really good shot at winning. Because we can use Reflection to copy third path, cast another third path, and then cast a Synthesizer, and have 4 third paths on the board. And making 4 1/1s, and they can never get past us unless they have flying. Alright, this is where I kill it. Oh my goodness, they have Valorous Stance! Wow! Oh my goodness! I haven't seen that card played in such a long time. Whoa! Oh my goodness, who... I would ask who plays that, but then they're gonna say, oh, Henry VIII plays that. Am I dead? Gosh, I really needed that to go through. I mean, I'm not playing around this card. Wow. Hopefully they didn't just draw it for turn. Three, 6, 9? Do I just take 9? I just take 9. We can go to 2, it's fine! It's fine! Until they give Trample. Alright, no Trample. I would not expect that deck to have Trample anyway. I really do not need to have them to have a removal spell. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Third Path. If we cast Third Path, we actually cannot cast Chandra because we have 2 Shivan Reefs. So we can go Reflection Kiki copy Third Path Iconoclast. Or we can go Reflection Kiki copy Third Path, cast another Third Path, and then cast Synthesizer. We could also just do this. This is so hard. They could have another Valor Stance. I guess it's not Chandra time yet. Here's a lot of 1/1s. That's fine, I don't want that anyway. Alright, the Iconoclast is gonna die. They have 6 attackers and I have 7 blockers. So unfortunately I have to lose out on 2 Iconoclasts. Oh no, a flyer! Of course, didn't I just say that to not have a flyer? Of course they have a flyer. Why wouldn't they have a flyer? So I need to wait to deal with this Sarah Paragon? I need to draw another Go for the Throat then? They should attack with everything. Wow, okay. Opponent doesn't believe in attacking, and then I'm going to white aggro deck. Like, I agree that there are certain times that you are supposed to hold back creatures, but when you're at 23 life and you're forcing me to chump with two out of the 3 third path iconoclasts I have, it's time to attack with everything. And not let me jump with all of my cards here. Unfortunately, unless I top deck a red source, I'm not going to be able to... Ooh, Reckoner's Bargain. So I can copy this. I need to go for the throat or else I'm going to lose. Reckoner's Bargain can sacrifice Experimental Synthesizer or Third Path Iconoclast. It's going to sack the Synthesizer. I'm going to gain 1 life. If I sacrifice the Iconoclast, I gain 2 life, but this probably doesn't mean anything. Alright, we need to go for the throat or else we're dead. This gives us 3 shots at it. That's not it. It gives us a life, I guess. And it's not it. If they did not have a flyer exactly last turn, there's a legitimate shot that we win this game. And also the Valor stance, too. That's unfortunate. They're just going to attack me anyway. They're just slow playing it. Hey, Too Happy TV, thanks for the follow. Love your content, man. Watch all of your YouTube stuff. First time tuning into the stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. Nice. So you found out about my stream by looking in the description and seeing my Twitch handle, or was there a different way you found out? I guess you know I stream on Twitch because I have the Twitch chat in my videos. Alright, this is a hand I like to see right here. Frontliner. Do I want to go for the throat or just bring out the third path now? I think I'm just going to bring out the third path now. Am I casting Synthesizer or am I going for go for the throat? No blocks. That's a Thalia? Can you calm down? One just needs to take a breather. Ouch. Goodbye. I'll take 2. Another frontliner. Alright, so are we going Saheeli or are we going Synthesizer? Saheeli does make 2 1/1 blockers. I think I will go Saheeli here. They have haste, but I'm not going to attack with them. We're going to flood the board with our 3rd path Iconoclast. Two frontliners coming in. They're going to be 3/3s. Imagine a one mana 3/3. I mean, there's going to be a lot more blockers where these come from, so I might as well kill one, right? Like, I'm just gonna like refill my blockers. This does have haste though when it comes out of the grave. Guardian. Unfortunately, I have all lands in my hand. That's a Chandra. I do like that. Scry 1.
This plains
I would like to draw that. So we're going to tap an untapped artifact to draw a card. We're going to play this, we're going to cast Chandra, we're going to make a 1/1. Now we're going to add red, deal a damage, cast Synthesizer and just lose the top card. Hopefully it's not a good card. But I do get to make another 1/1 with 3rd path. But like I said, we're just going to keep rebuilding the board. Hopefully we don't exile something good. Cross your fingers. Perfect. Dahlia, that sucks. Yotian frontliner has a 2/2 haste. It can't kill our planeswalkers. What are they gonna do? They're attacking Chandra with this, they're attacking Saheeli with this. We're just gonna chump skis. We're Chumperson now. You just wait till we get the Jaya, cast Jaya, and then attack with the board and kill their stuff. Opponent needs to just wait till we get the Jaya. Scry 2 to the top, that's how you know it's gonna be broken. Nothing's attacking my face. The only thing attacking Chandra is this Guardian, so let's just chump the Guardian. Then we have 2 lethal attackers here, so we're just gonna, you know, blockity-block skis. If there's one thing this deck is good at, it is chump blocking. We haven't even drawn removal spells yet. We have a lot of removal spells in this deck. There's a Fable. Okay. Let's go ahead and use Saheeli plus. We're going to tap a Spearmental Synthesizer. That's a Reckoner's Bargain. We will take that. Tap this to draw a card.
Exactly what the metal wants to be.
We're going to use Chandra to add red mana, because, you know, there is a Thalia on the other side of the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So we can cast both things. Let's go ahead and go Fable the Mirror Breaker. And then we can Reckoner's Bargain on their turn to make a 1/1 creature that they're not that they are not expecting. We get to draw 2 cards and sacrifice something. This deck is so fun. If you like doing stuff like this, I would highly recommend playing this. Okay. They're going to do this. They're going to attack. Unfortunately, we probably can't kill the Thalia since it is a 3-2 right now. This Valiant Veteran's getting in the way. They did keep a land on top as one of their scries. So they could have Wandering Emperor, but they can't cast it because they have Thalia. So maybe they have like a Ganjo or something. I don't know. I'm not sure what to do about what they currently have. But let's go ahead and use Reckoner's Bargain. I don't want to sacrifice the Synthesizer. I kind of want to just sack this 1-1. But I also do want to block this Yodian Frontliner. We're probably just going to do some chump skis. Let's make them scry before they know that we're going to cast a spell. Scry double top again. Alright, so what we can do before... We can chump everything. We might just have to sack a Synthesizer here. I'm going to sack a Synthesizer. We are going to make a 1-1 and gain 1 life. Hopefully we don't exile something good. But we're going to get 2 draws out of this. It seems like they have a Valor Stance or Destroy Evil type card in their hand. We exiled a land. Perfect. Drawing 2 more lands. Even more perfect! Let's go. Block this, block this, block this. Like so. They'll never kill our Planeswalkers. They'll just never kill them. They probably have a Brutal on top. double Guardian. That's a go for the throat. Good thing we can get rid of these cards for 2 more cards. Alright, Reckoner's Bargain and go for the throat. Alright, let's start off by using Saheeli. Do we want to draw a card, or do I want to make 2 1/1 flyers? I think I want to draw a card. Ooh, I'll draw Jaya.
Of course I can improve on ancient designs.
Didn't we add a mana? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2. So we get a chance to go for the throat plus bargain or Jaya, because Jaya makes a 1/1 as well. Let's go Jaya plus go for the throat or Reckoner's Bargain. We should do this, make a 1/1.
You should fight fire with fire.
Jaya make a 1/1.
Everything with fire. Oh, the experience will do you good.
And then pass. Let's go. Alright, so we are going to go for the throat, probably the Valiant Veteran. Hopefully they don't play an untapped land first. This Chandra might even ultimate at some point. They're just attacking with Thalia? What's also cool is that this 1/1 becomes a 2/2. Valiant Veteran. Okay, let's let them scry before they know that their stuff's gonna die. Scry 1 top, 1 bottom. And list. Okay, go for the throat the Veteran, or do we go for the throat the Thalia? I think we should just go for the throat the Thalia. Because, like, the Benalias can save themselves and Veteran isn't attacking. Trigger prowess, trigger iconoclast. Iconoclast is freaking saving us. Chandra's only being attacked by this one guardian. And the rest is going to Saheeli. Block, block. Are they ever going to get past this? Oh no. That's a card. Another Saheeli. We should just try to ultimate Chandra, right? We could also ultimate Saheeli to have Emblem with artifact creatures get +1/+1 and artifacts cost 1 less to cast, and then cast our second Saheeli. Saheeli ultimate time!
Knows no bounds. I was all flash, not enough force. Now this is what I call an industrial revolution. Style, grace.
Let's make 2 tutus, and now all of our third path iconoclasts are tutus.
Let's bring things up to a simmer.
Let's go ahead and... Do we plus the Jaya, or do we -1 the Jaya? Let's make a 1/1.
Get out there and blaze a path.
Sacrifice synthesizer? Oh my gosh! So many creatures! Oh, it's a warfare! Oh, we can't cast it. How about another third path? Okay, it's okay. We have 2 more warfares in the deck. I usually like to draw a card first. But we just didn't draw cards first for some reason. Okay, so how are they beating us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attackers. So no attacks. They have green mana in their deck. Chandra Dressed to Kill can ultimate. King Darien, oh my gosh, their stuff is huge. It's okay. They don't have flyers. So Mural gets to make X 1/1s, where X is the number of soldiers they control. Really? So this Mural makes 7 1/1s? That's like really freaking good. Wow, and they're all 2/2s now because of King Darien? They're all 3/3s. Oh my goodness. What? Can I remove that, please? And then King Darien can protect all the stuff. Oh my goodness. That's like way too good. They're all attacking me because they realize I'm just gonna... Okay, so I can actually kill the Guardians. No, I need to kill Mural. Right? And then we chump this, take 8. 11. This is not going to be good for us. Okay. Why not chump with the 1/1? It didn't matter what I jumped with. Okay, Voltage Surge. That can kill King Darien. So if I ultimate Chandra now, Okay, let's ultimate Chandra now. Right?
Wow.
Exile a lot of cards. That's not a mechanized warfare. But we do get another Chandra.
To get burned.
Chandra. X damage to any target with X is the amount of mana to cast the spell. So we'll deal 3 damage to Valiant Veteran. Oh, this is actually great. Prowess triggers.
Don't think a fancy dress.
Chandra gets to +1, deal damage here. Add a mana.
Aw, you're looking a little sin.
Fable of the Mirror Breaker gets to deal 3 damage here. Let's deal 3 damage here. I wish I had 1 more mana to play around with. So I think I should just go with... Have I made a land drop this turn? I have not made a land drop this turn. If I use Jaya to exile the top 2 cards of my library... and I hit on untap land, we can do cool stuff. But I do want to ultimate this too. I can also draw a Saheeli. Let's try to draw a land off Saheeli. Perfect.
Think swift like a Felidar.
So we can go this. We can +1 this. We do have 2/2s because of our Saheeli ultimate that we did earlier. We have Fable of the Mirror Breaker. This is going to do, oh my goodness, so many triggers. This is going to kill King Darien. This is just so much stuff happening. Do we attack with this 4/4? Like, we have enough blockers, right? So we just take this? And then let's just go ahead and use Voltage Surge on this. They have Valiant Veteran to give all their pump all their stuff up. So let's go Guardian of New Benalia. Auto pay, go to 5. Don't sacrifice an artifact. Triggers again. Deal 1 damage here. Kill one of their things. Third pass triggers twice. And scoop! Oh. What? 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 Ah. Take a sip of coffee after that one. Oh my god. That is wild. Shout out to Third Path Iconoclast for being an absolute champ. You had to copy Iconoclast with Kiki to get more tokens? I used 100% of my mana that turn. Which means I would have been 1 mana off to cast the last card I cast. If I did that, but yeah, I would have got more tokens. Well, I didn't make the thing, and I used 100% of my mana, which means I did the right thing. But I do get more tokens. I mean, I think I win the game either way, right, Kiro? I think I win either way. But I wanted to make sure I could cast all my spells first. But either way, I think it's still fine. We didn't even draw Onical Damble that game. We could have gained life too. Play amount, we have Voltage Surge, we have the Oni Cult Anvil, we have Double Warfare, Recruitment Officer. I think I'm just gonna Voltage Surge this. Oni Cult Anvil comes down, pass the turn. The cool thing about Oni Cult Anvil with Mechanized Warfare is this actually does damage, so it does 2 damage to the opponent. That's a Thalia? That kind of hurts my plans a lot, actually. Now I can't use Mechanized Warfare. Gosh, Thalia is really freaking good against us. It's like, Thalia always comes down and they put a thing that kills me on the board, and I was just about to cast this. Yeah, this is not going to be good. Yeah, Thalia is going to kill us. Yeah, not worth playing. Would have been really, really, really good if they just didn't have Thalia on turn 2. Who thought to put Thalia in standard again? Oh wait, that was the wizard's solution to Allrun's Epiphany in that standard. Oh, print Thalia, it'll be okay. It'll stop the Allrun's Epiphany deck that was already pushed. We'll print an already guaranteed pushed card to beat the other pushed deck, and then they ban the other pushed card, so now you have Thalia. In the format that's still there, being pushed and stuff. Phoenix check. Kind of want to hit a land drop. So let's try to hit a land. That is not a land. Bloodthirsty Adversary. That is also not a land. Okay, I need to do this to hit a land. Still didn't hit a land. Still didn't hit a land? Oh my god! What? Give me a land. Any land, please. Just anything. A blue source, red source, anything untapped, please. Oh my god. What in the world? Wow. Well, finally. I mean, now it doesn't do anything. Like, if I just had any land in, like, this, whatever, how many, 5 or 6 draws, then I would have been fine. Alright, try Mishra's Research instead of Synthesizer. What's Mishra's Research? The new Tormenting Voice? No, that's an enchantment. I need it to be an artifact. Is this the desk? Arena? Sacrifice the desk, exile the top 2 cards of your library, choose one of them until the end of the next turn, you may play it. Why is this better? This costs much more mana than Experimental Synthesizer. Like, way more mana. Like, chat, this is 2 mana just to get the exile effect, and it's 3 more mana to use it again. Experimental Synthesizer is 1 mana for both, for total, not 4 mana like this one is. It lasts till the end of your next turn. I don't think that matters. I agree, but I think 1 mana is better than 4. Research text is 4 mana to you. No, it's 5 mana. I think this being 5 mana is way too much. Like, Synthesizer, you get it as an ETB without paying extra mana, and then you also get it on a death trigger without paying extra mana at all. So yeah, I think Synthesizer is infinitely better. And plus, you actively want to sacrifice it. With the research text, you have to sacrifice it using its own ability, and you don't really want to do that a lot of the time. I think we're going theater for a blue source first, just in case we draw Iconoclast next turn. It's not Iconoclast, but it is a tap land that we don't mind playing. The only thing that's going to be a little bit difficult is if we need to Voltage Surge this turn, which I don't really see happening. I mean, I guess I could have Voltage Surge this turn. Well, now I want to... drawing the untapped land there makes me really sad that I played this out. Because I could have Voltage Surged that and then cast Fable the Mirror Breaker, and then it plays around them having Rafine here. But I also didn't know they were playing blue last turn. Okay, no Rafine, which is good. Missionary, okay. I'm fine with this. Go for the throat. What a great draw. Anvil. Okay. So... we can Saheeli attack... or we can just go... I probably shouldn't have played the land either. I should have played Synthesizer first. Okay, we can go Anvil, Synthesizer, but then we can't Voltage Surge because we have a basic island here. We can just straight up go for the throat, but I want to save that for a better creature than these two. I think I want to Anvil, sacrifice a treasure, and then Voltage Surge. But if we go for the throat here instead, I think I need to Voltage Surge this. And when I sacrifice this, I make the 1/1 anyway. That's fine. And then if they have Shieldred, we can go for the throat in our upkeep. That's fine. Another Anvil. Unfortunately, we don't have a land. Let's go ahead and use the Synthesizer to try to hit our land drop, and then go for the Throat Rafine. Perfect. And we'll do this before they can counter it. Then we can use Anvil to sacrifice the 1/1. And then this makes another 1/1 and they drain 1. Okay. Maybe they have AO. Another Rafine. Destroy Evil Reflection, that's unfortunate. Reckoner's Bargain. Interesting. We can go Anvil plus Reckoner's Bargain, or we can just Reckoner's Bargain now. If we Anvil plus Bargain, we can have the opportunity to draw a Go for the Throat if we have another Black Source. Because Anvil plus Bargain will take... No, I think we can still draw Go for the Throat. Anvil plus Bargain still does it, right? Okay, we did draw a Voltage Surge, which is what we want anyway. We don't get the Iconoclast, but we do get the Voltage Surge. Then we have nice card advantage with Healy next turn as well. I wish we had the Iconoclast, but there's 3 more in the deck anyway. We've gotten rid of 2 Rafines, an Underdog, a Missionary, and a Destroy Evil, so what do they have now? Hopefully they don't have a Shieldred. Oh my gosh! That seems like a desperate play. Opponent getting desperate. Land. We can do Onry Cult, sacrifice this. We can go Saheeli. Saheeli plus. Mechanized Warfare. Yes. Let's tap Oni Cult Anvil. No, let's tap this. And then go land Mechanized Warfare. And now all of our anvils and all of our tokens do 1 more damage. They could be dead like almost next turn, right? Depending on what they have. Void Rend. Okay, I thought they were going to be looking for Void Rend, which is why they did the thing with the Underdog. We did lose our Saheeli, but we got a draw out of it already, so That's a Thalia. Let's go ahead and use Onicult Anvil now, since they will go to 10. Another Warfare! Now I get to hit them, and then each one of these does 3 damage. They're going to block 1, but then we're going to sacrifice it. They're going to go to 7 with one of these constructs attacking, unless they have a cut down. But if they do, we can sacrifice it anyway. Really unfortunate that they had the Void Rend there, because I wanted to keep drawing cards off Saheeli. That's our form of card advantage. We have another Saheeli in the deck. We have 3 more. We have 3 Chandra Dress to Kills in the deck, and we have a Jaya in the deck as well. So they can't cut down because they have Thalia. So, like, what do they have? What do they have here? I mean, they can't have anything. They're just roping, right? So opponent is very salty. Opponent likes to rope a dope, or they just magically fairy sprinkle dust disconnected. It seems to me like opponents magically disconnect more often when they're in a losing position. Found opponent. Yeah. We found the opponent's line. It is the salt line. Aha. It can't be a disconnect because, you know, disconnects don't magically happen when they're in losing positions. What a strange coincidence that opponent's arena blew up when they're about to lose. They can't possibly lose with their tier 1 Esper mid-range deck. Who loses with tier 1 Esper mid-range? I mean, they drew 2 Rafines and a Void Rend. That's a lot of damage. You know what's also a lot of damage? This. Three damage per hit. You know it's also a lot of damage? This. Death. Mine can lag like crazy on mobile sometimes. Does it happen to does your mobile app happen to lag exactly when you're in losing positions only? Because that's what happens to our opponents. It only happens when they're losing. What a strange coincidence. Why do I call it Pyromancer? Because Third Path Iconoclast is like a better version of Young Pyromancer, a very iconic card. Young Pyromancer is a 2-mana card that every time you cast a non-creature spell, or maybe it's just instant or sorcery in that case, you make a 1/1 elemental. This one is an artifact creature, and it also works when you cast any non-creature spell, not just instants and sorceries. So this Third Path Iconoclast isn't as good mana-wise, because it's a blue and a red, and Young Pyromancer is a colorless and a red. It's still a little tilting to get roped, just be a good sport. I feel like I'm being a good sport by making fun of them. Alright. Opponent goes first. Let's keep it. Xander's Lounge turn 1. We're going to go Third Path Iconoclast into Chandra Dress to Kill or Mechanized Warfare, whichever one we choose to do. That's a Feldon, which means they're playing an aggro deck. Hopefully they don't have an answer to the Iconoclast, and if they do, I'm going to be sad. So let's try for the opponent to not put Sadness on the stack. Opponent copying me? How dare they?
This little candle's gonna set your world on fire. Let's bring things up to a simmer.
Hammerhand? Whoa. Okay. That's an anvil. Interesting. I kind of want to play the second Iconoclast, but I kind of want to make chump blockers for Felden. But it's really hard to chump block Felden because it's going to exile cards and use them that turn. But Onicult Anvil does gain life. I think I want to cast the Anvil. Because I get to do this in the same turn.
Can't douse these flames.
And then next turn we get to go Mechanized Warfare and kill the Chandra. Or we can do Chandra Dress to kill. We can go untap land, use Double Mountain and Xander's Lounge for Chandra Dress to kill, make a 1/1 with Third Path Iconoclast. And then plus Chandra, and then cast Mechanized, and then cast Third Path Iconoclast again.
I'd love to.
I would love to draw just a removal spell so I can go Third Path plus removal spell. That'll be a lot better for me. I think we're not blocking here, just so we can kill the Chandra. The Chandra's real annoying. Another land. Let's see. Well, I know I for sure want to kill the Chandra. Honestly, I don't even know if we're going to live this game, but we're going to try our best.
This went way different than I
We're going to do this. We're going to cast Chandra. We're going to make a 1/1 with Third Path Iconoclast. We are going to plus this, targeting this, add a red mana, cast Third Path Iconoclast.
You're lucky this is.
And then we are going to do this, sacrifice this artifact, make a new artifact, gain a life. And let's see if this gets us somewhere. Firebrand. Well, that's not a haste creature or anything, but it is a 4/2 Firebrand. I'm going to need to draw... I mean, Firebrand's really freaking good. It's going to say what I can... Oh my gosh, it gets haste! Okay, well, I think we're just dead to Hammerhand now. They're going to say something can't block, and it gets haste. We might be... I mean, I don't know if we're dead this turn, but we might be dead in general. They're going to say both of our cards can't block. Holy moly. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We are going to have to block the Firebrand with our Third Path Iconoclast, unfortunately. And we are at 1 life. We don't draw a removal spell. This card plus this card in the same turn is just mean. Okay, well, we're forced to draw a... Go for the throat. That is a Saheeli. It's not exactly go for the throat.
Good.
There's no way we could have killed him on the backswing, but I don't think we can even with Warfare. We can't make enough blockers, right? I mean, we do have a crap ton of blockers.
Test your metal against
Is it
my
enough
metal.
blockers, though?
Look how my art.
We do get to
hums
gain a
with
life. Doesn't matter what we attack with. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attackers. 8 attackers. Okay, we're 9 attackers. Oh my goodness! We actually could stay alive if they didn't have 2 haste creatures, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They'd say 1 can't block. Block with 5. Take 1. Take 2. Yeah, if they didn't have if they didn't have just Bloodthirsty Adversary, we would have lived at one life. And now I think we're definitely dead. Wow, -1. The cool part about that is if they didn't kill us with 2 haste creatures, we could have killed them on the backswing with Mechanized Warfare. That's a basic plains. Anvil. Of course. Why wouldn't they have Thalia? Okay. Maybe they call Voltage Surge again with the Peacekeeper since they know I can basically kick it. But there's nothing super good in my hand that's super expensive, so maybe they call the Reckoner's Bargain. What do they call? Ghostbusters at this point? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they called Voltage Surge, but I don't think I'd be surprised if they called anything in my hand. If I was the opponent, I'd probably call the Voltage Surge, just because I have to waste my whole turn to deal with the Peacekeeper. Yeah, they call the Voltage Surge. Another land. So let's go with Synthesizer first. Exile a land. Well, that gives us a land drop, which is good. Which also lets us Voltage Surge the Peacekeeper, sacrificing the Synthesizer. I don't really want to do that, so maybe I just hold off on doing that for now. And just make them think about it. Because I want the Synthesizer to get me value. Value. Another Thalia. Yikes. Alright. Wait. I probably should have used the Voltage Surge on my own turn, so I get the thing. I'm just gonna let this happen. Opponent's playing mono white taxes. Guardian. Maybe I just use the bargain sacrificing the Synthesizer. No. Theater. Let's do this first. Just to see what we get off the Synthesizer. That's a go for the throat. So we go for the throat, Thalia. And then hold up Reckoner's Bargain for sacking the 1/1 after we block. Wow. Opponent is doing cool things. Okay, that can help us stay alive. So we go third path Iconoclast. I wonder if we can go Volted. No, we can't do that. We can just Voltage Surge the Intrepid Adversary. I could just cast Fable, though. I think I'm gonna cast Fable. And then we get to Onicult Anvil this 1/1, which lets us make another 1/1 and gain a life. And hope they don't have Brutal Cathar. So I do want to pitch these lands in my hand for better cards. Okay, of course they have Brutal Cathar, because why wouldn't they? Alright. At least we can get the Brutal Cathar back with the Voltage Surge eventually. If they attack, I might not even block at all. They're going to use Guardian of Divinalia. They're going to use the Intrepid Adversary, tap it to use Enlist. Which is really freaking good. Just straight up block this thing. Take 4, go to 12. If there's one thing this deck can do, it's chump block. Oh my goodness, yes. Discard 2, draw 2. That's a Reckoner's Bargain. Cast this. Attack and then Voltage Surge the treasure? I could just Reckoner's Bargain right now and try to draw Go for the Throat. And then I can Voltage Surge the 1/1 that Iconoclast makes. But I can't bargain right now, actually. I want to get back my third path Iconoclast. And then they're going to block and kill if I don't care about that. And then we do this, and then we can Reckoner's Bargain them. Not Reckoner's Bargain then, but Reckoner's Bargain after blocks. Please don't have another copy of Brutal Cathar. Peacekeeper. Oh my. Well, we have to use this now. They're gonna call whatever we draw, but we have plenty of mana. Of course we draw 2 lands, why wouldn't we? Alright, now they're gonna call Onicult Anvil, probably. How the heck do we draw 2 lands off that? I mean, eventually we're going to have a Reflection of Kiki-Jiki on the board copying Third Path Iconoclast, but you know what? We need to draw spells. They called Anvil, which is fine. So I have one on Anvil and one on Voltage Surge. They're going to attack with Guardian of Duminalia again, using the Intrepid Adversary to tap for its ability. They're attacking with the one with Voltage Surge on it, which doesn't honestly really matter at all. Attacking with Lunarch Veteran. This can come back as a flyer, which I don't like. Scry 2, Indestructible 7-2. Or 7-3. We could make them discard a card. But I don't think that's right because we don't have a spell in our hand. If we had a spell in our hand, I think I'd make them discard a card and take 4. Or take 6. Oh my goodness, how does this happen? So frustrating. 3 draws, all lands. I couldn't use the Anvil after blocked last turn because it cost 2 more mana because of this Anointed Peacekeeper. So I'm using it now, and hopefully I draw any spell in my deck. I have a lot of them. At least I probably don't die this turn. Oh no! Oh, wow. Imagine drawing 4 lands and nothing else, and all the rest are spells. Opponent playing a 4-land deck, and I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lands. And we have a Maestro's Theater and a Sulphur Springs in our graveyard already, so it's like, oh, that's a lot of lands. We block here. We have to chump with something. So frustrating. Ow. Chandra Dress to Kill. That doesn't really help us. We have to cast it, though. I could have copied the Third Path.
Listen, pal, I'm with the Gatewatch, so you might as well give up already.
Oh, hey, look, a land.
So what?
Sick. That was so frustrating. That was 5 draws total, and it was 1 Chandra and 3 lands. No, 6 draws total, 1 Chandra... No, 5 draws, 1 Chandra, 4 lands. At the very end of the game when we really needed it. Like, the reason to play the cards that I do and to play the draw cards is so that we don't flood out. But it's even worse when we flood out while playing those cards. So we lost to Mono White 3 times. Out of the 4 times we played against it. I mean, we just lose to Thalia, right? Like, Thalia is just so good against us. Also, we lost to Mono Red twice because, I don't know, we have 7 removal spells. We have 4 Voltage Surge and 3 Go for the Throat and infinite chump blockers, and they still beat us. Somehow. Alright, here we go. Tap land. I don't think I killed the Bloodtide Harvester now because they could have a 3-mana 3/3 GRIXIS card. They're not even playing GRIXIS, they're playing Jund, but whatever. Blitz in the Riveteer's Requisitioner. They're going to get a treasure token out of this. Let's just kill this now. Alright, so here we go. Cast Fable. Liliana minus.
Get in my way, tend to regret it. Sacrifices must be made.
Kind of need to draw a proactive play. There we go. And then this Saheeli also kills Liliana, which is really nice.
Of scrap and I'll win any fight.
Unfortunately, Saheeli goes down.
I was all flash. Not an... Two beauties coming at you.
Attacking both there at Liliana just in case they have another Voltage Surge or Cut Down. Oh wow, they're playing 4 colors. Dragon Engine, cool. That gets go for the Throated. We're not gonna go for Throated yet because their hand could be like land, spell, bring back Dragon Engine, which is very bad for us. It doesn't get go for the Throated because it's an artifact. Alright, what are we doing now? We can Reckoner's Bargain on one of the 1/1s, or we can just wait till they kill our Reflection of Kiki Jiki. I think we should just wait for them to kill our thing. Discard Mishra's Foundry. When they go to remove this, will Reckoner's Bargain it? Gain 3 life. Awesome. I don't even know whether you plus or minus this Liliana. Like, get rid of my...
Off you go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Honestly, I think I just get rid of this 2/2. Play around another Cut Down or Voltage Surge on this. I'll take 4. I don't want to discard anything.
I knew this was a waste of time.
Alright, we're in a really good spot here. I don't know why they're playing green mana. Olivia? Oh, they're playing that to... Okay, I get it now. I don't know why they're playing blue, but blue or green, but Olivia makes sense. Because this can bring back the Mishra from the graveyard to use with Dragon Engine. Does it get exiled when you don't control a legendary vampire, exile it? Okay. Take 7. Bargain again. I am going to use the synthesizer. I can't even say synthesizer fast. It is a land, that's fine. Go for the throat this. Make a 1/1. And I think I am just going to attack. Another Dragon Engine. They want these to die so they can bring them back out of the graveyard, so I'm going to try to make them not die. I don't know why they didn't just pitch it with a blood token, right? That's a lot of draws. Alright, let's block with this, and then we can Reckoner's Bargain the 1/1. More draws. More 1/1s. How about 2 lands? Oh my, what is up with this? Okay, yep, that was enough. Alright, so why can't all the games be like that? Huh? I honestly think they misplayed anyway. They could have just discarded the Dragon Engine to the blood token, draw a card, and then play whatever card they drew, and then bring back the Dragon Engine, discard their hand, draw 3. That is a contaminated aquifer. Blue-black control? Another aquifer. What are the chances our third path iconoclast gets instantly removed? I'm gonna play Anvil instead because of that. They probably play these cards because they're playing Invoke Despair. I'm gonna do this because it's probably gonna get countered. I could also see doing nothing there to make them discard the hand size if they don't hit a land drop. Underpants. Perfect. Do this, sacrifice this. I love that third path makes artifacts. It works very well with Occult Anvil. See if they hit the land drop. They did. We have a game. Graveyard Trespassy. I am not going to use Voltage Surge now, I don't think. Because I don't want to discard the synthesizer. I will discard that land, though. We get to play this. That's a land. And now we have to hope they don't have a sweeper. Another underdog. That's fine. See if they have a cut down. If they had a cut down, they would have used it already. I am so mistaken. Maybe they just drew the cut down, like right now? Go for the throat. Let's use the synthesizer to make a 2/2 and exile a card and see if we can utilize that. We can. I think I want to save Go for the throat for Shieldred. Let's hit them for 2. Because we're going to sacrifice this 1/1 anyway to Oni Cult Anvil. Okay, that's not good for us. One thing we do know about their hand is that they have all spells. What's a Jaya? So we can't get rid of the Graveyard Glutton. But we can't get rid of the underdog. Do we care about getting rid of the underdog?
I'm here to make it
I think so.
pleasing. Ha! Got you.
And then whichever one they block, we are going to use the anvil. Hit the 4th land drop. Let's see if this is Shieldred. It's Shieldred or Sorin, right? We have gotten a lot of card advantage in the form of land drops off of Experimental Synthesizer. So now we'll have to be able to deal the last 13 points of damage somehow. Really want to draw Mechanized Warfare. Or another Planeswalker. Thinking about bringing back the Tenacious Underdog. See if they do it. I mean, a lot of cards will be really good off the top for us, just not a land. They are bringing back the underdog. I mean, even if it's a land, we can go for the throat the Graveyard Glutton and discard the land anyway. That's an easy block. Wow. If they attack both, we can't kill anything, technically. I guess we can trade with the underdog and then jump block the Glutton. I don't want to do that because this is going to die anyway. If they attack with Glutton, the Glutton dies, but also Jaya dies. But we could trade with the Glutton and kill the underdog with Go for the Throat to keep the Jaya. Or I could just go chump, chump, keep my Tutu. I think I like that better, just the double chump. Mechanized Warfare? Reckoner's Bargain. That's a good one. So we can use Jaya to make a 1-1. We can use it to minus. I think I want to make a 1-1 though. Sadly doesn't have haste.
And blaze a path.
Let's go ahead and get in with these two. One of them's Vigilance. We're going to Reckoner's Bargain. I'm going to take a damage. Reckoner's Bargain, the 1-1. And then that gives us 2 draws. If we draw a land, we'll discard it for Go for the Throat. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Alright. Turns it back to daytime. I don't have to worry about Graveyard Trespasser anymore. Not really. Jaya makes a Prowess token? Let's see what they do here. We have an answer to Sheoldred. We have a really good answer to Sorin. If they bring back the underdog, we likely just win the game on the spot. I'm liking our spot. I like... Okay, Liliana. What are they going to do? Minus? No, they're going to plus. I don't really care if they plus, though. Because then if they plus, we can just go for the throat this, discard Voltage Surge, and then we don't have to worry about anything. Then we just don't discard any cards at all. Prowess, make a 1-1. Is Spell Pierce? Oh my, they actually have Spell Pierce, okay. Well, I guess I have to discard this card anyway. Well, that Spell Pierce was really good. I guess I could have just discarded a card. They have Urtai. I guess I could have just discarded one of them, and that would have been a much better outcome for me. But I wasn't really expecting the Spell Pierce, honestly. Wanna go? That is a land. We could just choose a creature and choose Trespasser, discard a card, and then Jaya deals damage to Trespasser equal to how many things are attacking. They're almost dead. They're literally 1 off from being dead. I mean, 1 off from being dead still fine with me, right?
Out of the frying pan and into, well, you know.
We do this, sacrifice this. They go to 1 and make a 1-1. And then your go, opponent. They have to gain life or they lose to Anvil. Good game? Good game. Plus Liliana. Each discards a card. They discarded Invoke Despair, so I was right from my assumption of the contaminated aquifer, meaning they played Invoke Despair. And I don't wanna do we play the Anvil? No, we don't play the Anvil. Good games. My arena's lagging super hard. Like, is anyone else's arena lagging super hard? So not too bad. I mean, we lost to mono white and lost to mono red, but we're playing a lot of removal spells. And we're playing like a super low to the ground deck with Onicult Anvil and Third Path Iconoclast, so like I don't think we should lose to aggro, but we did get super unlucky by mono red drawing 3 lands and then every single spell had haste. And if we didn't get double haste spelled on the last turn of the game, we would have actually won the game. There's a lot of situations where like they drew the absolute best possible that they could have drawn. Yours was lagging a little bit. Played a couple games earlier. Smooth as butter, too tall. I mean, I can't say mine's smooth as butter. Crazy Drunk Bat Owl. Crazy Drunk Bat Owl. Thank you very much for the sub. Sub for 16 months. Sweet 16. I feel like you changed your name though. I don't recognize the name Crazy Drunk Bat Owl. An unoriginal one. That was a very original joke, I must say. You wish you had more time to enjoy the game and spend a ton on it, but unfortunately that's not in the cards right now. In the cards. In the cards. All right. Listen, I liked these games so much, I didn't even finish my coffee yet, and it's like 2 hours later. But on the bright side, we did get to Ultimate Saheeli Filigree Master, and we did do a lot of, and we also Ultimate Chandra Dress to Kill, and it helped us beat our green-white opponent, and that was really good. Tastes better cold? You're not wrong. I mean, it tastes really good cold. But do you guys like this deck? I feel like this deck's pretty good. Like, we didn't get to draw Mechanized Warfare as much as we wanted to, but we did win a game with it. Remember when Onicult Anvil did 3 damage to the opponent? That was pretty freaking good. I really like Saheeli in this deck. Like, maybe this deck wants a Spell Pierce. Maybe it wants, like, some counter spells, but I don't know. For the most part, it felt pretty good. For best of one, you might want to go up to 4 Go for the Throats, though. You like the over-the-top one? Oh my gosh, yeah, the over-the-top deck was super good. Ali Eldrazi even played it on his stream last night when I told him about it, and he kept winning without having over-the-top, but over-the-top is really good. He would win a game and he'd be like, oh, sick over-the-top, and he just never drew it. But what I like about that deck is that when you have over-the-top, you just can't lose the game, right? But then when you don't, you can still win. So it just makes your deck... like if it gets to that point in the game, like unlosable. All right, let's make the outro for YouTube, and I am gonna go to locals and play at Cool Stuff Games in Maitland. Over the top is literally the definition of win more. It's win most. Crokeyz built around the card today, Jund, but nothing like... Yeah, so what you're saying is that I'm a better deck builder than Crokeyz. What you're saying is... I see what you're saying. Better deck builder. I mean, of course, I have nothing against Crokeyz. It's for the content. Alright, guys. Alright, Jamers, thanks for hanging out with me playing this deck. It is super freaking fun. You can have a lot of super freaking fun yourself, also by copying the deck list in the description to your own Magic the Gathering Arena account. Anyways, let's go on to the next one, and I'll see you over there. And as always, peace. Cool. What's on the docket for tomorrow? Tomorrow is... we are announcing the giveaway winner from the Nuts and Bolts podcast Twitter, at Nuts and Bolts Pod on Twitter. We're announcing the giveaway for a box of Brothers War. So if you want to get in on that, go to at Nuts and Bolts Pod on Twitter and enter the giveaway. Tomorrow we are playing Blue-White Soldiers. And this is like probably some of the deck list that we're playing. I'm probably not this exact deck list, but it's a deck list I saw online, and we're probably going to change some stuff with it, but if you have any suggestions for this, let me know, but we are playing this tomorrow. I probably might switch it up a little bit, but the next day after that, on Sunday, we are playing this ramp deck. I'm calling it Sultai Ramp, but the only green I'm playing is to kick Joint Exploration. But it's been working out. We are ramping into One with the Multiverse, Portal to Phyrexia, and Blade Coil Serpent at 4 copies so that we can make our opponent discard cards, we can draw cards, and have a good time. We're playing Nightstone and Weakstone so we can play Portal to Phyrexia and Blade Coil Serpent a turn earlier. And it's going to be fun. That's on Sunday. Gixian Infiltrator, what's that? Blade Coil Serpent is going to be our version of Hydroid Crokeyz. I typed in Infiltrator and nothing happens. I spelled it wrong. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Wait, what do you mean search it for sack? Oh, to play it in the sack deck? We could play it, but it's not a non-creature spell, so it doesn't work with Iconoclast. I might play that in like a non-spells version of it. A Diabolic Intent in Grixis. We could play Diabolic Intent. That could search for like whatever we need. Yeah, you can play other cards in there if you want to. We were just playing it without it for now. All right. That concludes our stream today. Who are we rating? Who are re-rating? I feel like not many people are streaming right now. Alright guys, let's go ahead and raid the one, the only, Amazonian, playing some drafties, I believe. Playing some big robots on Arena. So if you like drafts, if you like Amazonian, go ahead and stick on in the channel. Give her a high 5 for me. Anyways, we are off to go to Cool Stuff to play a Pioneer event. And I'll see you tomorrow. And as always, Goose Gang, out. Let's go!